Hello, my name is Deborah Hernandez, and I was born and raised in Florida. And my parents were migrant workers, and I grew up helping them out at the fields. So I guess that makes me a migrant worker as well, huh? Well, working out in the fields makes you build a strong character and you learn how to appreciate everything twice as much as other people. It's just the little things that you appreciate the most when you're working out there. And it was hard to being in and out of schools. I was born and raised in Florida. So I went to Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Washington, Georgia, and Texas. I attended these schools in all these states, in and out, and helping out in the fields as well. And I do have three beautiful daughters, and they are my world. I would give my life for them at any time. Growing up, I didn't have all the luxuries that a lot of people have nowadays or even back then. But what we did have was a lot of love and support from both of our parents, no matter what. So, on my comment for favorable and unfavorable leaders. So, favorable leaders are easy to spot because they are always open and honest. They have an open and honest communication style, and they are approachable, actively listening to their team, providing constructive criticism. And by praising and celebrating accomplishments, these leaders create a welcoming and upbeat work environment. And that increases the motivation and the morale of the team or the staff. So they set a good example for others to follow. Along with honesty, responsibility, and a strong work ethic, they also provide growth and learning opportunities as an investment in the development of their staff. Now, unfavorable leaders, on the other hand, frequently fail to inform their team of significant changes because they lack strong communication skills. So team leaders can feel undervalued and unheard because of their lack of approachability. And no feedback is ever given by an unfavorable leader. Now, they have low morale and disengagement, where frequently the results of these leaders fail to acknowledge or value the contributions of their team. The team's respect and confidence were or can be damaged by their inconsistent and dishonest behavior. And additionally, they neglect to give their team development a priority, passing up the chances to empower and support their growth. Now, describing myself as a leader now. As a leader, communication is very important, and leadership would not be possible without it. Making sure that your staff understands the expectations needed from everyone in order to meet the goals is very, very important. Ensuring that the team is always well informed about the project goals and timelines throughout you can check up on them, have collaborated tools. I would have an open door policy only because you want to make them feel at home as well, that they could speak to you about anything, not only what's going on with that certain project at that time. And once you have an open door policy, the team members, their concerns are heard and they're provided with the necessary support needed. And I like to regularly acknowledge and celebrate the team's achievements with a small gesture. As an example, like a small brunch or maybe a pizza party, depending on what they're working on. And maybe once a month, you could have some gift cards in there, throw some gift cards of, restaurants or Walmart, gas cards, something that's um, always usable. And that would motivate the team. And above all, they feel more appreciated. And also, I would allow for advancement opportunities, which is always a must in the leadership role. Creating a positive and productive work environment where everybody feels valued and respected would be my top priority as a leader. Now, to discuss how others describe me as a leader today, well, I'm a leader who is friendly, encouraging, and skilled at communicating according to others, but they can value my abilities to make sure that everyone is in agreement by outlining objectives and goals in plain terms. Okay, so expressing gratitude for my confidence in their skills, which lets them take charge of their work and promotes creativity. You can't just micromanage everything. You have to let them do their own and come up with different ideas, different suggestions on every project that they're doing. Furthermore, I would frequently emphasize my dedication to honoring and celebrating their accomplishments as well as funding their career development because I want them to grow, not just stay in one place. Now, describe your ideal leader. Well, my ideal leader is someone who can communicate clearly and transparently, ensuring that everyone understands the goals and expectations, and they can genuinely care about their colleagues and support them as well, which in a supporting and welcoming work atmosphere makes you feel more at ease and makes you want to go to work and actually do the work the correct way. And by constantly praising and celebrating accomplishments, they can foster the professional development of their staff. They can cultivate a climate of trust and dependability by holding themselves accountable and expecting the same of their staff. They are fair and flexible, treating each team member equally and instilling a sense of respect and value into each one of them. Now, the steps that I would take, if any, for me to become that ideal leader, it would be to become an ideal leader. The first step it would always reflect on oneself and ask for criticism in order to identify your areas of strength and grow on those areas. While cultivating a positive team culture promotes collaboration and accomplishment recognition, if you improve on your communication skills, that guarantees clarity and transparency. Now, gaining emotional intelligence is essential because it facilitates regulation and team empathy. So, continual learning also, you can stay current with emerging trends. It is essential. Excuse me. So, this is essential to empower your staff by giving them the opportunities to grow and also by giving them critical criticism. Now, not all criticism is good, but it is, good criticism. You're not going to be there giving them bad criticism, but in a good, constructive way to where they can learn from it and proceed and move further on in their career. Now, setting a good example, like acting with honesty and upholding a strong work ethic, are essential in becoming an ideal leader. So, overall, this course, when I first started with it, yes, I've spoken to people and I've dealt with all sorts of people all over the world, everywhere I've been. But as I think back on this course, I've learned a lot about effective leadership and personal growth. I now understand the value of self evaluation and ongoing development, which has increased my awareness of my advantages and disadvantages. So, in order to become a great leader, the course focused on the importance of emotional intelligence, effective communication, and creating a healthy team culture. It has also brought attention to the importance of setting a good example, funding ongoing education, which is very important, and giving team members autonomy. I feel more prepared now to take on leadership difficulties as a result, and I am determined to use these ideas in my daily life as well. I am a much better leader now that I have completed this course, I believe, and I can't wait to keep growing and improving. And since I am going for an educational teacher for elementary, all of these leadership courses will help me, and I plan to take more courses even once I'm already working there to improve my communication skills and to make sure that all these children that I will be teaching will have a great future ahead of them. Thank you so much.